Allbright and uh, with Grumps. So take it away.
Amy, thank you first of all for having me. This technology stuff is really, they're kind of forcing me out of my cave with all of this remote type meetings, which is really cool. So I'm learning a lot. So if something goes dark or if I end up facing the wrong direction and like talking to the wall, just tell me to turn around and we'll be
Okay.
in good shape.
I think you're good.
Okie dokie. Like Amy said, I'm Collier Allbright. I am the owner and founder of Grumps Burgers. Way back around 2000, I was working for my second consecutive Fortune 500 company. I was in the consumer finance business at that time. Prior to that, I was in consumer electronics. And so the natural progression, I guess, is to go flip hamburgers. And so I put a lot of thought and wanted to do something on my own and came up with a concept of a place that I thought I would like to hang out in. And kind of over a couple of years came up with the idea of Grumps. And, you know, it's been a labor of love ever since. We've grown our little store originally back in 2002 when we opened. You know, I worked the cash register and the fry basket, and my partner, Todd Riley, whose name's at the top there, he was on the grill and on the sandwich board. There were three of us in the beginning. We had a total of 16 seats in our Granbury store. And, you know, since then, now, if you were to come out on a busy day and we were to have all three sections of ours going, our wiffle ball field and our live music venue, we can seat up to 300 people there. So,
oh my,
our little Granbury store has grown from 16 seats to, you know, this big 300 behemoth of you know, of activity when it's humming. So it's been quite a ride. I tell all the young people that work for me that I used to do it all. I don't tell them there were only 16 seats when I did it. So, we used to run $500-600 days, and now on a you know, a decent day they'll do that per hour. And
wow.
So it's pretty amazing. I can't do it, but they can, and it's pretty amazing. We've also grown our little concept. We just opened our fifth store in Abilene. Great timing. You and I were talking about that.
Yeah.
It opened 2 months ago, and due to the, you know, the circumstances going on right now, we have temporarily mothballed that and do hope to reopen it in the next week or two.
Yeah.
So Grumps is based on a very simple premise. We do two things. We do hamburgers and we do chicken, two proteins, and we try to do them, you know, better than the guy down the street, because every restaurant typically has a hamburger on the menu. And so we have to make our customer experience such that it's worth coming for a hamburger, or talking to the person that, hey, maybe they want something other than a hamburger. Hey, come on in and let's get a hamburger or a chicken.
Yeah.
We base the premise again on simplicity. We try to do fresh. We try to do it in a timely manner, but we are certainly not fast food. If you've ever eaten at our place, I apologize. We can run anywhere from a 14-minute ticket time is about the length of time it takes meat to move from one side of the grill to the other without mashing it. And so you're looking at anywhere from 14 to 25 minutes to get your food. And you know, by doing that, it kind of forced us into some other things that have become Grump staples. You know, peanuts on the table.
Yeah.
That was after about the third day of us not knowing what we were doing, and people getting extremely angry with you know, the length of time it was taking for their food. So I thought, oh my gosh, I got to do something. I went out and bought these little peanut buckets and put peanuts on the tables just to kind of keep people quiet. And you know, originally people were throwing the shells on the floor, and again, we were tiny. We only had 16 seats. But at the end of the night, I had to sweep all that up. So,
oh yeah.
Hence now then the buckets came into play. So now we've got the peanut buckets on the tables, and everything's kind of has been a real learning curve for us. I didn't have any restaurant experience when we started this, and thought, how hard can it be? And man, wow, was I overwhelmed. And I still learn. I'm still learning every day. So for us, it's definitely been a labor of love. Our little Granbury store is our major hub. It's, you know, the one that I nailed the boards and hung the t-shirts on the ceiling. And it's the one we keep expanding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, it's probably been 4 years now, Amy. We purchased the property surrounding us. We now have 2 acres, right at 2 acres here
Mm-hmm.
on 377. And we added a world-class wiffle ball field. Like my wife said, most guys in their 50s go buy a Corvette. I bought a wiffle ball field. So it was fun, and it
Mm-hmm.
is fun, and it's something for the kids to do that they're not on their phones and they're running around. And that's kind of morphed into, it was going to be a real serious place where we had tournaments, and that's morphed into there are kids out there with kickballs. They're doing all sorts of stuff. They're just being active.
Right.
And for us, it's played really well. We've recently added a music venue on the other side of the wiffle ball field and event center, where we
Mm-hmm.
can do outdoor events. We can seat anywhere from 100 to 200 people back there in the far back. We've had weddings, we've had concerts. We had hoped to really expand upon that concept here in 2020, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously with the downturn, we've kind of
Uh-huh.
had to readjust.
Yeah.
And kind of go back to the drawing board on a couple of things.
Yeah.
So for us, it has been kind of a slow growth, and Granbury's the only store that we plan on expanding and doing other things in, because it's
Right.
our baby. It's our original store.
Absolutely. Cool. I know what my favorite thing to get at your Grumps is the corn nuggets along with the good burger
Oh
and the
wow,
fried pickles.
cool.
What do you see people ordering a lot from Grump that it's a common or most popular dish?
We've kind of a cheeseburger, fry, and a drink is our staple.
Mm-hmm.
It's by far what we sell the most of. Since we've introduced the jalapeno bun over the last few years, I was dead set against it. We don't need to add things to our menu, because
Uh-huh.
we can screw up what we already do. That's my philosophy: is don't add something else to mess up. We've got plenty of that.
Mm-hmm.
But we added the jalapeno bun, and that's really come on like gangbusters. Our homemade potato chips are big sellers for us. Our homemade ranch dressing, our homemade jalapeno ketchup tend to do really well too. So with most of the sides, someone will order one of those products. We serve very cold beer, and we're very proud of that too.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a big staple for us too, and that was part of our original concept. We were going to be known as Grumps Burger and Beer, but I shied away because I didn't want beer in the title.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the corn nuggets do very, very well. Our new Dublin soda product, we've got a partnership with the Dublin Bottling Works, and so we now exclusively use only the Dublin Pure Cane Sugar product. It's
Mm-hmm.
an honor for us to partner with a long-term Texas company, someone that we can, been here 100 years, that do it the right way. It's nice
Mm-hmm.
for us to be able to, work hand in hand with them and kind of help another small Texas company.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. So I know we are kind of in this stay in place situation. So can people still order from you guys? How do they find you?
Yes, man. Thanks, Amy. Absolutely. We've had to adapt, obviously, to the new rules and regulations, and put both employee and customer safety first. And by doing that, we've switched to our to-go business. Used to be 10 to 12% of our total business.
Right.
We've elevated that now. We're still down about 50% of our business, but we've managed to kind of adapt. So what you would do is you would call any of the stores, place your order, pull up in front. We've got dedicated parking spots. A
Mhm.
young person will come out and greet you at the car, ask your name, Amy, how are you? Here's your total, settle up, deliver your food, and get you on your way. Or you're welcome to eat there in our parking lots.
Mhm.
But we do appreciate the business, and just can't thank Granbury specifically for all of the support. It's much needed and
Mhm.
not just for us, for all of the little local independent people.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, that's why I'm doing these interviews to get the word out and make sure that people, just pay attention and make sure that they help out. And I think everybody in Granbury is definitely doing that.
Oh
So,
my gosh. And if I may, while we're just talking a little bit, I'd like to just let everyone know how much the support is needed at the independent restaurant level. Texas today announced that they have laid that the tech just in with Texas restaurants, They have laid off 688,000 employees in the last month. That's over 50% of every restaurant employee in the state. Wow. So this has become very epidemic, and it's very scary for restaurateurs. Our larger chains, our friends with the larger chains and the drive-throughs tend to do a little bit better, but really your mom and pops and your small guys, and they need your support. And so we do everything we can, Amy. When we get a chance to go out, we want to stop at the locals, and we want to pick up to-goes. And I can assure you that it makes a big difference, and thank Granbury for all the support.
Awesome. Okay. Well, is there anything else you wanted to talk about today, Collier?
Well, again, it's really the support of the small business. And it's not just, we in the restaurant business, at least we have the to-go side. These our friends that own gyms, our friends that own barber shops, that are nail salons, they've been shut down for quite a while too. So I'm very hopeful that when this passes, we'll continue to support all of our local businesses, not just the restaurants.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being with me today, and we will continue to support Grumps, and we love your food, and
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Amy, thanks a ton for doing this. We owe you one.
Absolutely. No worries. I loved it. Have a great day.
You too. See ya.
All right. Bye.
Bye.